Steve Jobs was the co-founder of Apple and was named Entrepreneur of the Decade by Inc. magazine and the most powerful person in business by Fortune magazine. He went from being adopted and dropping out of college to being worth over $7 billion by 2011. And today we are going to learn from him how to make the right decisions that will lead you to success. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and every morning I give you a shot of Entspresso to help you believe in yourself and start your day with confidence. So good morning, I believe in you, and let's do this. Over to you, Steve Jobs.
Somebody taught me a long time ago a very valuable lesson, which is if you do the right things on the top line, the bottom line will follow. And what they meant by that was if you get the right strategy, if you have the right people, and if you have the right culture at your company, you'll do the right products, you'll do the right marketing, you'll do the right things logistically and in manufacturing and in distribution. And if you do all those things right, the bottom line will follow.
Most entrepreneurs spend way too much time doing things that barely matter. You're working hard, you're grinding every day. It's not that you're not trying, it's that you're spending your time doing activities that are not moving the business forward enough. We need to play bigger and focus on the right things because you cannot be in the same spot that you're in today 1 year from now. This video is gonna help. So I've got a friend of mine going through this right now, an entrepreneur. She's an amazing entrepreneur. I want to see her win so badly. And she has this very clear path for what she needs to do. Very clear. You have to do this. You got to talk to these people. This will move the ball forward. This is all you need to be spending your time on. Reach out to these 50 people and you will start to accomplish success. And she's afraid. She's afraid that she doesn't have the answers. She's afraid that it's not going to work out. She's afraid they're not going to pick up the phone. She's afraid. She's just afraid. And so she's consuming herself with busy work. She's consuming herself with tasks that do move the ball, but in tiny little increments. That posting on social media and that touching base with someone in the team and that logging into the CRM, all these things that probably should happen but aren't really difference makers for her business. That's what she's spending her time doing. So she can pat herself on the back and say, look at me, I'm busy, I'm doing work, I'm crushing. I went in and I checked everything off my list today, except the thing that mattered most. Except the thing that will actually push your business forward. And everybody around her, this is likely a challenge for you. Everybody around her is looking to her as a leader, is looking to her as this ambitious, go-getter, working hard person. Nobody around her is saying, listen, what you're spending your time on is ridiculous, is not where you need to be putting your efforts. And so she's stuck in this plain small mode, in this land of excuses, where yes, she's being massively productive, but she's not doing enough to move her business forward. And 1 year from now, she's gonna be in a similar spot, slightly ahead, because she was too afraid to take action on the things that she needs to take action on. But now she's got me, and I'm on her every day to say, how are we doing on that list? How are we doing on that list? And suffocating the excuses. Because I'm not buying the excuses, because I know she's capable of more, because I'm not gonna allow any out possible. Because everybody in her life, everybody in your life might be letting you off the hook, thinking you're out there working hard, doing the right things, but you are not. And you need either the self-discipline to do it or somebody amazing in your life to say, I am not allowing you to play small anymore. It's okay to be afraid. It's not okay to let that fear stop you. Because until you start focusing on the things that will actually grow your business forward, you will never accomplish the success that you're after. Okay, so how do you do it? How do you find the things that you should be focused on and then have the courage to break through the fear and actually execute them? I've got a 3-step process that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, if you want to learn how to have more confidence and learn from billionaires and adopt their mindset, I've created a 254 series where every day I send you a video unlisted to your email to start to shift your confidence and mindset. The link to join is in the description below.
And I say, well, I think you should go get a job as a busboy or something until you find something you're really passionate about. Where we have to start is with our products and our services.
Okay, so how do you do it? How do you find the things that you should be focused on that will move your business forward and bust through the fear to actually do it? Here's my 3-step process. Number 1, ask yourself, if I wasn't afraid, I'd what? Fill in a blank. Think about your business, think about your life, think about the things that you want, the goals on your list, where you want to go off and accomplish, the life that you want to live. When you close your eyes and you imagine this beautiful life and business for yourself, what's coming to mind? And then ask yourself, if I wasn't afraid, I would what? Fill in the blanks, write it down. Number 2 is eliminate your options. Now you know you need to do this. Being afraid isn't a good enough reason. The fact that you said you were afraid and you wanted to go do this thing, you had a thought in your mind or you wrote it down, you're not allowed to leave the sight of being afraid of something without taking some action. We're going to convince ourselves of all the reasons why we can't do it. We're going to convince ourselves that we have to call that client or touch base with that employee and post that all-important post on Facebook and make that video for YouTube and all of this busy work. We got to check our email 18 times today, of course, as well, right? Eliminate the options. Eliminate the options from your life so you have no excuse to go back home, to look at your computer and say, I'm going to do something else instead of that one most important thing. And number 3 is schedule in time daily. Schedule in time daily. So today you did one step. Hopefully you will after this video. I'm going to cheer you on. Let's go. Make it happen today. But one day is not enough, right? It's consistently doing it. You want to build a great life and business for yourself. It's about what you are doing consistently. So consistently plan a time. Put it in your calendar right now. Look at what you're doing every day and find a time every day to move forward on that scary thing. Every single day. If it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, every day. If you did that thing for half an hour every day, you made progress towards that scary thing that you know you need to be doing that you're not spending enough time on, and the only reason why is because you're afraid. If you every day for 30 minutes did something on it, your life is going to look dramatically different 1 year from today. The only difference is the excuses you're telling yourself on why you can't do it. Now, I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know, what is that one scary thing that you need to start doing 30 minutes at least every single day? Let me know. Put it down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video and you promise, you commit, you're saying, yes, I'm going to take action after watching it, give me a hashtag believe down in the comments below because I want to celebrate you.
We haven't had any existential crises, knock on wood. I don't want to jinx anything. But we've had a lot of kind of dramatic events. I remember early on, we only had 125 employees when Barnes & Noble, the big United States bookseller, opened their online website to compete against us, barnesandnoble.com. We'd had about a 2-year window. We opened in 95, they opened in 97. And at that time, all of the headlines, and the funniest were about how we were about to be destroyed by this much larger company. We had 125 employees and $60 million a year in annual sales, 60 million with an M. And that, and Barnes & Noble at the time had 30,000 employees and about $3 billion in sales. So they were giant, we were tiny, and we had limited resources. And the headlines were very negative about Amazon. And the one that's most memorable was just Amazon.toast. And so I called an all-hands meeting, which was not hard to do with just 125 people. And we got in a room, and because it was so scary for all of us, this idea that now we finally had a big competitor, that literally everybody's parents were calling and saying, are you okay? It's usually the moms calling and asking their children, are you going to be okay? So, and I said, look, it's okay to be afraid, but don't be afraid of our competitors because they're never going to send us any money. Be afraid of our customers. And if we just stay focused on them and instead of obsessing over this big competitor that we just got, we'll be fine. And I really do believe that. I think that if you stay focused, then the more drama there is and everything else, no matter what the drama is, whatever the external distraction is, what your response to it should be to double down on the customer, satisfying them, not just satisfying them, delighting them. Yeah.
And if you want advice from Gary Vaynerchuk on how to figure out what you are good at, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
We all are actually good at a couple of things. Spend all your time trying to figure out what you're good at,